Hi guys, in this video, I'll be explaining how you can implement Google sign-in inside your Expo React Native application. So before jumping into this video, please view my previous video on how to integrate Firebase inside your Expo app and then how to configure everything inside the Firebase dashboard. Right. So once you have done that, please continue this video. Right. So let's get started. So before jumping into this video, this particular Google authentication, right? You have to understand it's a multi-step process, and then we are going to do for both Android and the iOS side. Right. For Android, I have already signed in with my Google account in the Android emulator, and for the iOS simulator, it's the same. Right. So I'll explain the process one by one. Now, first we will go with the Android side because that is more like complicated, and then iOS side is also slightly complicated, but it's not a big deal, right? So let's get started here. Now what you have to do is once you have installed, okay, I'll scroll here, right? So this I will provide all the links in the description. You can go there and see it. So here this is for bare React Native, and this is for normal like Expo project. So what you have to do is first you have to install these libraries from my previous video, and then for this video you have to install this particular library, right? So in this Google, like, go to this docs, and then in the docs you would see React Native Google sign-in Expo installation. Okay, so for this what you have to do is first install the library. Okay, so this library is recommended by like Expo itself, so we are going to use this only, right? The thing is uh, like they have two methods to do this. Like, this particular library is maintainer, one is paid and another is free. Okay, but we are just going to use the free version, and I'm not going to use the paid version, right? So yeah, like what they are saying is, for the paid version, the unmaintained package is number one pain point, because like nobody is going to pay open source maintainers to maintain the project. Only enterprises are going to pay, not not individual. Like, some people might. Okay, so here we are not going to use the universal sign-in and all those things. Okay, so for using this React, like this particular library, you can use it with Firebase, or you can also use it normally with your own custom backend. But for now, we are just going to use with the normal free one with the Firebase setup. Okay, so scroll down and then copy this. Okay, copy this and then go inside your project structure. So here I have my project, Expo project called Runix Expo. So I'm going into that, and then I'm going to use npmi and then install this. Okay. You can install it with yarn, pnpm, and it's up to you on how you do it. Okay. And the next one, once you have done that, go to Expo setup. Okay. So this is where it differs from bare React Native and Expo setup. Okay. Now, the first setup you have to do is in the Expo, here you see it's Expo without Firebase. Discard this. Okay, we are not going to go into that. Here you can see you can configure it in app.json or app.config.js. Okay, we discard this. Don't go with that. We are going with the Expo and Firebase authentication stuff. Right. For that, what you have to do is, if you are using Firebase authentication, obtain the two config files which I mentioned in the previous video. Go and see that, and then add it like this. So in the plugins, simply add this file. Okay, go to the plugins, and I'm going to go to app.json, and then I'm going to add this one there. Okay, so Google sign in. What is this? Google sign in. Here, wait. Cannot find my. Okay, I just added this here. Let's see. And then the second one is in the Android and the iOS key value pairs. I have to add these two. Okay, once I have done that, I will go here and then put it here. Okay. Right, I have done that. The next thing these things are done. Now I have to do npm expo prebuild. So let's do that. Npm expo prebuild. The thing is, okay, I will go here. You can see prerequisites. This particular library can't be used in Expo Go app because it requires custom native code. Okay, you can see it here. You can't use this in your Expo Go, so you have to eject if you are a 2021 or 20 developer, or you have to use Expo Prebuild. Okay, once that is done, I have implemented, we have the initial setup done. Okay, so I'll go here and go to here, and then sign in. Why is this showing? Cannot find module running. Imported some. Okay, that's not a problem. Now, once the Expo setup is done, next is literally what I was like implementing the feature set, right? So I'm going to go here and then I'm going to run npm run Android. Okay, let it run. Now I'll scroll down. Okay. Okay, what I'll do is this is another library, like the main data, like main library, which has the all the Firebase packages under its hood. So go here and then tap on social auth. Okay, in the social auth, scroll down the Google. Okay, the first thing you have to do is you have to provide you have to do is ensure Google sign-in provider is enabled on Firebase console. So what you have to do is go to your Firebase project, go to authentication, go to sign-in methods, and then tap on add new provider and then enable this. Okay, once you have enabled it, you will have all these things here, and then yeah, that's the first thing you have to enable that there, right? So I'll go here and then it will keep on it will run, right? The next thing I have to do is Android and configuration. Okay, here scroll React components. Here Google sign in button. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to copy this and then inside your project create any component folder, etc. I'm going to go to source components Firebase auth and then Google auth. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste it here. Okay, so before this I'll do some, like I will create a template rnfes Google auth. Okay, and then I will cut this and paste it at the top, and then I'll go here and use it in this fashion. Okay, so it's not disabled, it's in progress, and all these things are right. Okay, so we will just disable this for now, and then we'll just style it. Okay, style what width is 2 dimensions dot get of what screen dot sorry not width. Okay, let's width, no problem. Height and then justify center and align item center. Okay, once we do this, yeah, it would be at the center, right? So I'll go here. It's still executing. So what happens is this particular library, okay, I'll take this. Okay, this particular library will tap into the Firebase side. Okay, it will tap into this particular Firebase side. First thing is it will first authenticate, and then it will tap into the Firebase side of the code, and then it will authenticate the user with Google. Okay, I will show you once the this process is done. And then next thing I have to do is I have to go to app.js and then use this. Okay, I will call this from app.js. I am not using any Expo Router, so for now this is the setup to finish it, right, to showcase you the features. So next thing you can do is you can see what are the different types of features that you want to implement. So what are the props they have. So what you can do is if you are in MacBook, command click, you do command click, you can see onPress style and size, etc., and all these things are there. Okay, so now I'll go here and then okay, in this, okay, you can also do see it here, size, color, disabled, etc. Okay, so what happens is when you tap on this particular button, you go here and tap on this particular button, it is going to call this function that they have mentioned in the node modules. Okay, this particular function is going to tap into the the Android side and the iOS side, the native side, and then it is going to return the config spec. Okay, here you can see we already have the sign in Google. Let's tap on it. Okay, so okay, initiate sign in. Okay, initiate sign in, nothing is there. Sign in. So when I tap on this, nothing is working, right? So this is the same issue you would have encountered. So I'm going to help you solve this. Okay, so here in the Expo setup, you have done everything, and then what you have to do is scroll down and go to configuration. Okay, here before getting your hands dirty, some configuration has to be taken care of. This is where many of the people will feel it's tougher to do, but it's not a big deal, right? Here, what you have to do is for first thing is Android, and I'll also mention in the iOS in this later part of this video, right? First thing is follow the 2 steps below to set up Google sign-in. Okay, your Android app probably uses multiple signing configuration. For example, an app might be signed differently when building, debug, and release, which is nothing but if you like. Okay, I'll go here. and then in the Android side, app side, source, right? Here you have the not source, sorry, build outputs APK. Okay, this is the app hyphen debug which is being installed here. So you have to be clear on that. Okay, now each and as I said, each and every app has a what is a SHA-1 key. Okay, I would have mentioned this in my previous video of my previous videos in GeoVerse, where when we created an API key in Google Cloud, we extracted the SHA-1 key. Please go and see that if you want more information on that. But I will also provide some idea on what it is and why it's used. Right. So here, each and every Android app has something called a key store or a JKS, right, which is nothing but a key store where they um, they are used to identify the app. Okay, they are used to identify if the who has made it and who has made it or where it was made and all those things, right? So once you have run the command npx expo prebuild, the Android and the iOS folder will be generated. Now go inside there, go to app, and then you would find debug.keystore. Okay, so you will find the debug.keystore. What you do, you tap on that and then you open it in reveal in Finder if you are using in MacBook. Okay, now what next step you have to do is you have to literally install a software called Keystore. Okay, Keystore Explorer. Okay, go here and download this package. It's available for Windows as well. Right, once you have done that, go here and open this file. Okay, so this one for debug.keystore, the password is always Android. So in order to find the password, you can go to build.gradle and then you can see signing configs debug. Here key password is Android. So I'm going to type okay. Okay. What is this? Here, if I tap on this, you can see I type the password Android and then here I can find the SHA-1 key. So copy this. Once you copy this, go back to your project, like Firebase project, tap on settings. Okay, not tap on settings, sorry. Go to project settings. Okay, scroll down and then here, Runix Expo, right? This is the project we created in the initial video. And then tap on add fingerprint, paste it, and tap on save. Okay, right. What is this? Why we need to use this is used to identify who made the app and is it from a viable source or a credible source, right? The thing is, most of the people miss this. Please listen carefully if you are in this part of this video, right? I lost so many hours 5 years back trying to solve this because I had no GPT or any AI tools or anyone to help. I was all alone. Now I am trying to help others to not like be in the same position I was there 5 years ago, spending 10 to 12 hours on this simple thing which I had no one to help. But now it's the times are different, right? Here you can see debug and release, right? When you create npm expo prebuild or any other command, right, it will always generate debug.keystore. But if you want to upload it to play console, you have to generate one more called release.keystore. You also have to get that SHA-1 key and then you have to add it there. That is one. Okay. Then this is where the biggest confusion arises. Okay. You added this debug and release. But when you add it to Google Play Console, they also provide a SHA-1 key so that you can use it when you lose this release.keystore for whatever reason. Right. So you also have to add that here. When you upload to Google Play Console, they will provide you a SHA-1 key. So you have to add 3 SHA-1 keys here. Then only it will work. Okay, if you want to test it in production, right? People miss this. You shouldn't miss this. Okay, right. That is the most important one. Right. Yeah, this is the same for phone authentication. Phone authentication as well because they verify it with SHA-1 key. Right. Yeah. So let's go here. Tap on this. Okay, let's reload and tap on this. Yeah, go back here. I think this didn't get configured properly in the this one here. Then okay, here cannot find module. Okay, here. Okay, wait. I'll try. So what I'll do, I'll go here, sign in, Expo setup, Expo without Firebase, Expo and Firebase. Here, SHA-1 key, and then so you can see when releasing via Google Play Store, they are saying in Google Play Console, navigate and get this app signing from the app signing certificate, SHA-1 key, and then add it to the Google Cloud Console. Okay, and then click add check. Okay, and then what he is saying, see, sign into Firebase Console, open your browser, ensure that Google is enabled. Click add fingerprint. I have done that. Package name is correct. Okay, that is important. So what I'll do, I'll go to Android app source main and Android XML. So package name com dot com dot Ronix. So here is value strings Ronix Expo com dot. Here it's Ronix Expo. It's Unix Expo. Okay, here. Okay, so what he's saying, once you have added the fingerprint, check package name is correct. So I'll go here. What I'll do, Ronix Expo. Okay, Ronix. I'll re-download this. Okay, I'll re-download this. And then I will go back here. And then I will drag and drop this here. Delete this. Okay. And rebuild the app. One thing I will do is I will remove this npm rm and then I will re-add this. Okay, npx expo install. Okay, I'll do this again. Okay, it got installed. Now I will rerun the app. What you have to do once more, you shouldn't run npm run Android. You should run npx expo prebuild. Right, and then run npm run Android again. Okay, that is for the Android. So let's wait until it builds. So the thing is, see carefully. You got the SHA-1 key from what? Debug.keystore, and then you added to Play Console, and then you have to again download it, as he says. Okay, add SHA-1 keys and then download it. Okay, for this work. For iOS, the same, sign into console, check that bundle ID and get the service.json. Okay, well, I'm not going to go with that flow. So let's go here. Okay, so I missed a small part there. The thing is, even if I tap, or even if I did all these things and even if I tap it again, it wouldn't work, right? So that's not a problem. The main thing is, the mistake I did back then was, I added the fingerprint, I didn't download it because I thought it would automatically get configured. Okay. The main thing that you also need to understand here is, so I'll go here, keep it here in this section C. So here in the latest version, okay, here OAuth client, right? The OAuth client, this array is empty. Okay. Now the array is there. Then you also have the API key, which I will delete after this video, right? So here you have the OAuth client, but you didn't what is it like? You added the fingerprint plus you also added the Google console. So whenever you add a fingerprint, download it and replace the previous one. Okay, that will save you so much headache. That's what I wanted to say, right? So once that is done, I'm going to change all these things. Okay, now, so everything is configured. Now let's get started with the final step. Here, whatever I press on this, it wouldn't work because it doesn't work. So if I tap on, if I in the onPress, if I do alert of 1, alert will come up. Okay, because this onPress doesn't have any configuration. Okay, now here, installation, it's done. Okay, Expo setup, it's done. And then, what is this? Configuration is done. Added the SHA-1 key. I explained how to do that with the Google Play Console. When using Expo, etc., it's like, I will make a future video on this, right? Locally, I also explained, right? Like how you can get the SHA-1 key. So that also you can do. You can use this command to get the SHA-1 key with Gradle command, right? That's one. And then, like Google Play Console, you can go there and get it. I added and downloaded and I got it. So the next one here, he has like literally sandwiched it between these two premium one. So here, configure and all those things are here. This I believe we'll see later. Now I'll scroll down, sign in. This is the most important one. Okay, I will copy this Google sign in status codes or this can go, and then I will paste it here. Okay, paste it here, and then next thing I will do is copy this function fully and paste it here. Okay, so set he didn't give any of those things. We will add those things one by one. Okay, so const, what is it? Const what? Uh, is success. Okay, what is this? Is success response. Okay, Google. Okay, we will just move with these two. Okay, we'll remove all these things for now, and we will do console.log of response. Okay, once I did it, I'll go to sign in, and then I will add it here. Okay, I will share all the source code in the links below. You can go and download it. So I'll tap on this one. Okay, in the console.log, we can find what is the error. So console.log error. Let's go there, copy this. Okay, configure, you should do the configure first. So let's go to the top and then Google configure. So I'll go here, Google sign in, configure. Let's do that. You see, automatically work. Okay, now if I go back, you can see, go back out, you can see data is to null and then response. So I'll go here, response, error is error. Okay, I do this. Now let's see. I'll tap on this sign in with this Lunix Expo. Everything is there. Tap on this and it worked. Okay. Now to check if this worked or not, go to here and then authentication. Reload this. Okay, it didn't connect with that. So what we can do is, let's go here and then and then one more thing which I forgot to mention, I will go to the Android Studio, right? Android Studio, and then the latest version. I'll go to this particular. Okay, let's just okay, no problem. I'll go here. Project is not a problem. The thing is, when you this is a Android emulator which has what I would say like Google Play Console. Okay, Google Play Console app. If I go here, it has the Google Play Store. Sorry, right now, not like for this Google sign in to work, you have to tap on create a virtual device, any device you want, and then the latest. I'm using this one, right? And then you have to have the Google Play Store installed in that, or else it won't work. So, for example, you can see like the latest version, everything has the Play Console there, but some older versions don't have. So you should have the Play Console enabled there for the Google sign in to work, right? Yeah, so that's one more criteria you have to what else like get it to work. Yeah. Then here you can see before triggering a sign in request, you must initialize the Google SDK with required scopes. That's what we missed in this section, and the web client ID, which can be found in this file as property, etc., and all these things, right? So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this. Okay, copy this, go here, and in the configure, do this, and then what is this web client ID, and then where can I get the web client ID? As they said, I can go to google-services.json, use the web client ID. Okay, I'll go here, and then it can be found file. Okay, web client can be found in the file as client ID. Client ID. Here you see. Okay, I'll copy this, and then I'll paste it here. Okay, once I do it, I will reopen the app. Tap on this. Okay, I have to sign out first. So I think I'll take this all out and then use google.sign out. Okay, first I will sign out and then sign out and then I will sign in. Okay, I've done that. I'll go back here, reload. Okay, it still didn't work. But the thing is, we have the answer here itself. Okay, that's how you troubleshoot and then find it in real time. Okay, here you see we missed this because it's like everything is. He just provided this, but we need to combine multiple services together. Okay, now here I'm going to copy this from the top. Copy this, put this here. Okay, and then sign out. I'm going to take it out. Const to sign out equal to us. Okay, here same way we are copying this. We are copying this and then we are pasting it here. Okay, so here we are taking this out and then we are changing this to sign in. Right, ID token and all these things are there. Sign. Okay, we are putting it here. ID token not found. So ID token equal to. So there is no ID token anywhere. So we have to use it like let ID token. Sorry. Okay, sign in result. Okay, for now we'll keep it in this way. So let's try it again. So I'll go here and then first sign out. Below I'll keep it as pressable text sign out. Sign out and then onPress sign out. Okay. Style background color red. Okay, it's thing. Okay, sign out. Okay, sign in. Okay, you can see it automatically worked. I don't like this color. I think margin top just to margin top. Okay, once I did it, let's go back here, reload this. Boom, we got it working. Okay, that's how you get everything working, right? Yeah. So that's how you integrate Google sign in, right? So I will recap. I will first make some more changes, and then I will recap everything that I did in this particular video. Okay. I will go here. One more thing that I will be adding in the next 3 videos as well is this one, set initializing and all these things. So I will copy this and then I will put it here. Okay, I'll go here, put it here. So use state we didn't import it. So React use state. Okay, and then use effect. Use effect. Okay, onAuthStateChanged. Okay, onAuthStateChanged we will get it from here. Get onAuthStateChanged, get it from here. Get okay. I already have it here. Okay. Okay. Sign in result dot okay. Okay. What is this? I will explain one by one. Okay. So when we sign in, right, what happens is this particular function will get fired. Okay. When we sign out also, this particular function will be fired. So here initializing and then user. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to only render this if the user value is there. Okay. I'll go here. I'll tap on sign out. Sign out. Google sign. Okay, one more. Okay, sign out. Okay, sign out. Sign out. Oh, sign out. Oh, here. So sign out from this. Get auth. Okay, sign out. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here. Type is wrong. Okay. Here, if I tap on sign out, you can see it went out. Okay. if I tap on this again, it will ask me that, and then it will automatically come. I will explain this one by one, but this type error is coming out. Does not exist on sign. Okay, is to sign in response. ID token is to sign in response. Okay, so when I provide the source code, I will provide with the full TypeScript one, right? So this is how you integrate Google sign-in inside your React Native Expo application, right? I will recap it one by one. Okay, so I'll remove all these unnecessary things. Okay, the main thing is I will initiate disable. So I will reiterate this, right? The first step you have to do is set up your Firebase project and enable Google sign-in. Okay, right. And then initialize your Expo project and get the the fingerprint, and then and add the fingerprint to Firebase project, right? And then once you get all these things, the next thing you have to do is combine Firebase Auth plus Google sign in with what? With this particular library. Okay. To combine the React Native Google sign-in library with Firebase Auth. Okay. With web client ID, which you can also find here. Okay. Can you go here? You can also find it in the sign-in method. You can also find it here. It will be the same, right? And then once you do that, there is more stuff to this, okay, which most of the people go over, right? It is the same for all the authentication methods across the internet, where once you sign in, you automatically navigate the user to the next page, right, or next screen, and you add audit logs, or if they are going to sign up, you are going to sign them up in the Firestore database or in your Postgres instance, etc., with the unique ID, okay, and all those things, right? So here these things are there, and then one more thing is, so here Google credentials and all these sign in with all these things are there, right? Sign in. So let's take, if I go here, const res equal to, or const user equal to await passing and await. So console.log user. Okay, user. So I'll do that. And then if I do that, go back, sign out, sign in. Okay, if I do that, you can see here I can find the UID. So what I can do with this particular with this particular method of Google sign in, I can get this particular UID and then create a user in the database if there is no user, or like add it to audit trails like they signed in this time. Okay, this is the same for all the people, but yeah, this is how you can implement that inside your React Native application, like in the Expo side. Okay, so sign responses, all these things are unnecessary. So these also to complete this, to finalize this video, first go here and then install the library. Okay, go to Firebase and do all the things like enabling it and then creating the project, etc., and then getting the files. And then one more thing is going to the Android side and then getting the SHA-1 key from Google Play Store, Expo. All these things are same. I'll make one more video later. So here developing the site locally means getting it from the local site and add the SHA-1 key, and then combine both this library and the social auth from React Native Firebase to finish the flow. And then to navigate the user to next screen and to identify, okay, if the user signed in or not, all these things, you have to use the onAuthStateChanged to get that particular user. User information, if they are authenticated or not. And then you can also implement sign out in this logic. Okay, that's the entire goal of this, right? The thing is, the code is what? Less than 100 lines or like 50 or 70 lines, right? the configuration is itself took what 30 plus 20 plus minutes. So that's the difficult part of Google sign in with Firebase. Okay, the thing is you can also do this without Firebase, but no, it's like not. It's slightly more difficult because you have to have your own custom server. But we will do that definitely with better auth in the future. I missed one more thing, which is the iOS setup for Expo. It's literally the same. Okay, Expo Router, remove this. Go here. Now what you do? You go here and run the app in npm run iOS. So once you run this, right, so it would open up in the iOS folder, and then yeah. So okay, let's wait until it runs. Okay, see, reverse client ID is not found in Google info. Oh, okay, got it. So what I have to do? Same thing. I have to go to users. Sorry, not users. Project overview, and then project settings. Scroll down. iOS Runix Expo, and download it again. Once I download it, I'm going to go here, paste it here, delete this, and plist.py. Okay. Yeah. And let's see if okay, I will put this again. Okay, wait. npx expo prebuild. Okay. Npm nice. So these are all the steps. I until that runs, I will explain more information about how you can merge it with your own what I would say like own application, right? Combine everything together. So you have auth control. Okay. So you have auth, and then from that auth, each user will have a unique ID. Okay. You can do audit trials, which is useful for enterprises, and then you can use that UID to like to make like if you are using relation databases, that the UID will be linked with multiple tables as foreign keys, etc. Right? Like, you can do it in different ways. So that UID, if it exists, like just like don't do anything, just sign in the user. If it does not, means like sign up the user, right? And then with the on auth state change, right? So you can use that to navigate the user to protected slash authenticated routes in Expo Router, and then only make them you can use that to just allow them to use only services in your apps which are only allowed by authenticated users. So that so many things are associated with auth, but this is how you combine this Firebase authentication library with this particular library. Okay, and then the web client ID is a must to connect this library with this one, because that's the configuration, because this web client ID is how you connect with both. Right, so I'll go here, stream style. Okay, it took some time for the build to run fully. It's now fully configured. So now what I'm going to do is same way to test if it's working in iOS also. I'm going to go to authentication tab and delete my account. Okay, once that is deleted, I'm going to go and do that again. Okay, so I have signed in. Okay, I have to again sign. Okay, I'm just going to pause. You can see, okay, you're signing back to Linux, right? I'm going to tap on continue. And then you can see it worked. So I'll go here and then sign in Google as well as in Android. Sign in with Google in Android and iOS works in an Expo based application. So this is how you get it working. And then, yeah, I'll sign out and sign in. Okay. So one more integration I want to add here is in this sign out, right? I can go here and add user and then just a text with user.email. Okay, let's try it, and then let's go here. You can see my email is also there. And then I can also do user.uid. Okay, so the same UID in both the devices. So that's how you get Google Authentication with Firebase working in both Android and iOS for an Expo-based application. So in the next video, I'll do the same, but for a bare React Native application. I will see you in the next one.